Hey dear seekers, welcome to the very first reading on Silent Soul, and I'm Caitlin. Today's topic is a conversation with your future self. Through this reading, you'll get a deeper understanding of your present self and hear what your future self is trying to tell you. You can show your support by liking this video and leaving a comment to share your story. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Silent Soul channel. Today's reading has 4 piles, and whenever you find this video, it's the message meant for you right now. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with your personal story. If the reading doesn't vibe with you, feel free to skip it. Now go ahead and pick the pile that catches your attention or the one you feel most drawn to from the 4 stones: rose quartz, amethyst, clear quartz, and citrine. Alright, let's dive into pile number 1. Hey loves, welcome to everyone who picked pile 1. For those of you who chose pile 1, the energy you're currently in is represented by the Hierophant. This card shows that you're on a clear path, whether it's spiritual, religious, or a path of enlightenment. You got a strong grasp on the rules of the game and you're playing it well. Even if there are limits in place, it's all good. You'll break through them and make your own rules as you go. That's why when the Queen of Pentacles comes up next, it's a message of gratitude from your future self. They're thanking you for always knowing what you need, for showing love, protection, and care, not only for yourself, but also for those you love. You know the rules of the game, but you play fair, you're not selfish, and you don't play dirty. Instead, you live your life fully and appreciate everyone around you. Right now, the message is for you to focus more on your project, work, or that passion project you've been nurturing. If you've been planning to build something, whether it's a business, a small shop, or a project, this is the time to dive in and grow it with your partners. The beginning stages are always tough, but in the end, you'll thank yourself for never giving up. It's super important to focus on your career right now because things aren't fully stable yet. If you let your emotions get in the way, all the effort you and your team have put in could go down the drain. And of course, what you need to kick out of your life right now are those unnecessary worries and random thoughts that are draining your energy. When your mental health suffers, your physical health follows, and you won't have the strength to carry the weight of the career you're building. Let go of what's stressing you out and keeping you up at night. It's all just coming from your fears. You've got 2 options here. Either face your fears head on, deal with them, and then get a good night's sleep, or put them aside for now to focus on what's important and come back to them later. Sooner or later, you'll have to tackle them, but don't worry. Just make the choice that feels right for you at this moment. Lastly, the advice from your future self is to stay strong and grounded. Whether you're caring for someone emotionally or physically, remember to always keep something for yourself. If you want to be a rock for others, you have to be your own rock first. Strength comes from within. Don't wait for someone to come and save or comfort you. This is your journey. The path to the top can feel lonely, but you're not alone. There are followers behind you, supporting and walking the path you've chosen. And that's the reading for pile 1. If you got the message you needed today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Silent Soul for more readings. Thanks to everyone who picked pile 1, and have an amazing day. Hey there to everyone who picked pile 2. The current energy for y'all who chose pile 2 is the Star, which is such a beautiful card and honestly one of my all-time favorites in tarot. You might be someone who's trying to find your way back home to yourself. Or maybe you've already found it. Guided by the North Star, even if you've gotten a little lost at times, no worries. When the star shows up, it's a sign that you're on the right path. You're safe, you're being yourself, and you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Your future self is giving you a big thank you for always being so clear in your relationships. You're open to giving and receiving without hesitation. You're not selfish or greedy, strong like a queen, steady like a king. They're thanking you for taking control of your life and not letting money, status, or fame manipulate who you are. Right now, you need to focus more on learning and expanding your mind. Dive into things that challenge your intellect. Whether it's picking up soft skills, taking a short or long-term course, whatever feels right for you at this moment, go for it. You could also dive into reading more specialized books or skill-building resources. Whatever your intuition is nudging you toward, follow it. And through this learning and mental growth, you'll start cutting away all the things you don't know in your life. If you've had a lot of unanswered questions, now's the time to start getting some clarity. It's time to lift the veil of mystery, like in the High Priestess, and find the answers behind it. Nothing unclear or vague is allowed in this phase of your life. If you've got questions or things you don't quite get, don't stop searching until you've got the answers that fully satisfy you. Lastly, the advice from your future self is this: keep standing tall and proud just like you are now. Don't let anyone or anything knock you down. You deserve love and respect because you've always been true to yourself. You're doing an amazing job at just being you, and that's the most incredible thing about you. You know who you are, and you've found where you belong. You've built your own castle, so congrats to you, Pile 2, and that's your reading. If you got the message you needed, don't be shy. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to Silent Soul to support me. Thanks to everyone who picked Pile 2, and I'll see y'all in the next reading. Alright, now let's get into the reading for those of you who picked Pile 3. The current energy for Pile 3 is tied to the Judgment card, which means there's some big shifts happening in your life right now. These changes aren't huge, but they're definitely not small either. It's like a turning point, showing you who you were before and whether you're on the right path now. Judgment is like a mirror reflecting back your life. If you've been doing things right, you'll be rewarded for it. But if you've been going down the wrong path, there will be consequences for your actions. It's kind of like getting the results of a test. If you prepared well, your score will be high. But if you didn't focus or put in the effort, your score will be low. So, take a good look at who you are now to objectively reflect on your past self and adjust things as needed. Your future self is super grateful because you're carrying the energy of the Knight of Wands right now. A strong, bold, and fearless energy. You're not afraid of challenges or risks. You go after your goals with the determination of a knight, charging straight ahead toward your target. You're fierce and steady, but with that said, you need to focus more on your journey. Being fast, strong, and decisive is great, but don't be impulsive. Before you dive headfirst into something like a wildfire, make sure you've got a clear understanding of the path you're on. Know each step you're taking instead of just winging it. Have a solid grasp of the details and potential obstacles so that when challenges come, you already have your solutions in place. That way, you won't be scrambling, unsure of what to do. Your future self also wants you to know that being strong in the beginning is great, but you need to be just as strong when it comes to facing the end of something. That's true courage, having a clear beginning and ending. Don't be afraid to start something new, but also don't fear the end or having to start over. Don't run away from your results. There's a saying, you can't outrun the sun. You might try to run, but you can't hide. Facing things head-on is the only way. The Judgment card showing up in the first position is telling you that today is the day to step up and face whatever's in front of you. When the angel's trumpet sounds, you have to be brave enough to rise and accept your judgment day. The advice from your future self is to slow down a bit. You don't need to lose your fire, but don't let it burn your whole life down either. Control your passion. Know when to be as fierce as fire and when to be as steady as a mountain. Always leave yourself a way out. Don't throw everything away in a moment of recklessness. And that's the message for everyone who picked pile 3. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Silent Soul to support me. Thanks to all of you who chose pile 3 and have an amazing day. Alright y'all, let's jump into the 4th and final pile for this topic. For those of you who picked pile 4, your current energy is represented by the 4 of Wands. It's a pretty chill and peaceful card, honestly. Probably the calmest energy of all the piles today. Now, 4 of Wands can be about celebrations and parties, but the vibe of the number 4 is all about stability and peace. So right now, you're likely in a phase of relaxation, having fun, and maybe even partying a lot, but in a way that brings you joy and comfort, not exhaustion. You're enjoying good times with family, friends, and close ones. This could very well be one of the most vibrant periods in your life. Your future self is super grateful that you've pushed through unnecessary fears and worries. You've been strong enough to face your own darkness, either confronting it head on or at least learning how to live with it so it doesn't mess with your life. Even if you get sad sometimes, you handle that on your own. Instead of dragging everyone down with you, you've chosen to deal with it yourself. You're not the type to complain or burden others with your emotions just to feel lighter yourself. You deal with your own stuff, and when you're ready, you'll share your journey with the people you know will get it. Your future self wants you to focus more on the path you're currently on. You might be someone who isn't meant to know too much about the future. Maybe you can see bits and pieces of the present and make a few predictions, but seeing too far ahead is tough for you. That's okay though, just live in the moment and be fully present. If right now is party time, then enjoy it 100%. If it's time to be social 100%. When the journey shifts, you'll deal with that when it comes. No need to stress over things that may or may not happen. So yeah, right now, just let go of your worries and live your life to the fullest. This time in your life is like a reward for all your hard work. It's a gift from the universe, so don't dwell on past work or stress about future life stuff. Focus on who you are right now and the relationships you're building in this moment. The present you is what matters the most. And don't forget to share your joy and happiness with the people around you. Spread that positive energy. The advice from your future self is to be patient and wait for your moment. Your opportunities, whether it's in work or love, will come, and when the right time hits, you won't even have time to stop and rest. So while you've got this time to chill, make the most of it. When it's time to hustle, you'll hustle hard. And that's the reading for everyone who picked pile 4. If you got the message you needed, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Silent Soul to support me. Thanks to all of you who picked pile 4, and I'll catch you next time. After going through all 4 piles, it's super clear that your future self really loves you, appreciates you, and cares about you so much. You are the person who loves yourself the most, and you totally deserve that unconditional love. We came into this world to learn how to love, so make sure you're learning it fully, starting with loving yourself. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and Silent Soul for this reading. I'll catch y'all in the next one.